Hi guys, this is LT Survival under the new lighting. Yes, I can move them around and uh, be lighted up wherever I am in the apartment. So I've got a treat today for you guys. Another historic capsule. That'll be the 10th, number 10 out of them. A new knife lent by the same friend that had the last one. And this one is kind of special because it comes from an history that's kind of far for what we can reach for. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. This knife is a beauty. It is small, but it has full of history. This is a Roger Williams I Cut My Way. It's the saying on it, and it has a Ulu sign in between I cut and my way. It is special because this is not the first model. This is more the commercial line. If we back up, we can find this knife, this company, William Rogers, in the lineage of the fighting daggers. It was at one point probably in Normandy. Yes, Normandy. These knives, and more specifically this one, I'm not sure if you see it well. I'll bring in the picture. The William Rogers dagger. Looks kind of familiar, don't you? Well, it is linked to the famous V22 fighting dagger. So it is linked because of its design. And the Fairbanks dagger V22 was really famous. It was famous because it was adopted by the British Canadian, the Canadian and American 1st Commando. So famous, yes. The design was inspired, but this one is more of a commercial style. So what you got here is exactly what you got there, and this one is not even dated. It's very difficult to get the date on those, but I know for sure they date 1950-55 for this one. I'll give you a close-up shortly. So we see a close-up. It's stacked leather with copper, which this one is a little more deluxe. Here we see with stag handles, a bit like the one I had last time. So let's take a look closely to this fighting knife, or commercial version of the fighting knife. This is the original leather sheet. As you can see, the picture on the internet, if you go check it out, it is the same. And you can barely see here print of Sheffield, England. Same as on the blade. I've got a jeweler's loop now, so let's see if I can make it show you the markings. Here we go. Not sure I'm gonna manage that, but okay. Oh, here you go. Made in England. Not Sheffield, England, but made in England. That's fun. Marking on the blade. I'm gonna try to have it. Oh, it's very small. Here you go. The kind of 8 you see in between I cut my way is the Hulu sign. It's one of its trademark. William Rogers I Cut My Way, and here you go. Made in Sheffield, England, the same place my father's knife was made also, which is interesting because of this characteristic. It has an hexagonal knot in the pommel. So we can say that from England, this way of fixing the rat tail was probably where every one of these came or was inspired. So basically what we had here, since we were a British Empire colony at one point, is imported either from England or inspired by England manufacture. So you've got a nice stack leather. Here I'm not sure what it is, but it's probably also a thicker piece of leather, dye red, copper and leather interlaced stack with a red one again, and the pommel which is fixed with the X knot. A brass guard, very minimalist for my hand anyway, but effective. This blade also has been used a lot. A nice drop point swedge, what's up, jimping on top, serration, okay, which is nice because if you put your thumb on it, it's really secure. So this feels right, probably for skinning, okay, skinning a deer, more hunting application. Very thin blade. It's a 6-inch blade, a 4-inch handle, very tight, very small, but it fills the hand. It's not too thick, okay. The palm swell is just enough to keep control. My hands are a little bit big for it, but this is a real nice. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. I'm back. My father called me on Skype, so as I'm recording the video on the knife he got from his friend. So, the William Rogers knife. Well, William Rogers has been around for a long time, but mainly under its own name. In 1830 to 1855. Following that, it's been sold to John Clack and Son in 1855, and then it went to a group which is called Egginton. Not sure about that until in 1980. So in the 1950s, when this one was bought in a small village south of Quebec City by that friend, it was sold under the name William Rogers. Still a really nice knife. Some history interlacing very closely to these World War II daggers, which makes it interesting. Another note is that they were doing also cutlery, knife, fork, and spoon sets in silver. So they were reputed also for that being one of their selling points. So that's probably why the trademark sticked around for so long. Another short video, another nice knife. I really like those historic knives. If I could acquire them, I would. Again, if you like these videos, please give it the thumbs up, share and subscribe, and we'll see you back in the next video.